Good morning. Today we will practice programs on while loop. In the last session, we discussed while loop and we practice some programs on while loop. In the last session, we practiced the programs on while loop. We find the sum of 10 natural numbers and we find the reverse of a given number. Today we are going to find out the factorial of a given number and the palindrome of a number and the mathematical table. Before writing the program to find out the factorial of a given number, we must know what is a factorial. A factorial of a number n is product of all positive integers less than or equal to n factorial of a number n is product of all positive integers less than or equal to n. Here the word all positive integers less than or equal to n. It is denoted as n factorial, n exclamation mark. For example, to find out the factorial of a 5, in the definition, n is a product of all positive integers less than or equal. 5 is a number, the all positive integers less than or equal to 5 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The product of these all the numbers is called factorial. In this example, 5 factorial is calculated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 numbers are multiplied. We will get 120. If you take a number 6, then the factorial of the 6 is 1 multiplied 2 multiply 3 multiply 4 multiply 5 multiply 6. As we said in the definition, factorial is a product of all positive integers less than or equal if you want to find out a factorial of a number 15, then we should we should find the product of 15 numbers 1 to 15 of all these numbers. If you want to find out the factorial of a 100, then you should find the product of the numbers from 1 to 100 of to find out the factorial of a number 100, You should find the product of all the numbers from 1 to 100. This is the factorial of a number. Now we will see the factorial of a number. How to find the factorial of a number when the user gives the input as number. This is the program hash include stdio.h main int I equal to 1 num. Unsigned long fact is called 1 ll. Printf enter any number to calculate factorial. By using the scanf function, we'll read the number and store that number in address of num. After reading that number, by using the while loop, while I less than or equal to num, if the user entered number equals to 1 or less than or equal to I, it checks the condition. After that, it will calculate fact. Fact is equal to fact multiplied with I. Then the I value is incremented. Initially I value is 1. This process is repeated at the sixth iteration. At the time of sixth iteration, or if you take in our example we wrote 5. If it is 5, the entire number is 5. At the time of sixth iteration, it comes out of the loop and the factorial value is printed on the screen. We will see this program. We will execute this program on compiler. Open the compiler. Click on file menu, take new file, type the program hash include stdio.h main. It is the beginning of the C program. Main function int I semicolon num unsigned enter any number to calculate factorial. Scanf, to read the data, we use the scanf function. %d, to read the integer number, we use the %d, and store that number in num integer variable. While I less than or equal to num, fact is equal to fact multiplied with I plus plus semicolon, end of the while loop. After the loop, printf, to print the factorial of a number. Unsigned long double quotes semicolon num comma fact. Save, we'll save it as a fact. Fact.c, enter. Alt C, compile the program. Errors, one error is there. Declaration syntax error ll. No errors. Okay, now run the program. Enter any number 5. Alt double, we will see the output screen. Factorial of 5 equal to 1. It is wrong. We did a mistake. We forgot here initializing the I is equal to 1. This is the mistake. File, save, compile the program, run the program. 5 alt w, see the output. Yes, factorial of 5 is 120. How it is executed, we'll discuss how in first iteration what happened. We'll discuss this program by taking one example. We will run the program one more time to verify the 6. The output 720. Factorial of 6 is equal to 720. We'll run the program again. We will enter 10. You will see this is the output. 36,28,800 is the factorial of 10. We will see in the first iteration what happened. We will take we initialized I is equal to 1. I value is 1, comma num. We entered num as 5. In the first iteration, and the factorial is equal to fact is equal to 1. These are the values before starting the program, before entering to the while loop. I value is initialized to 1 and factorial is initialized to 1, and the num is equal to 5, that is entered by the user or us during the program execution. After reading the number, it executes the while loop. In the while loop, the condition is I less than or equals to num. This is the condition. This is the first iteration. While in the first iteration, iteration 1, while is equal to while I less than or equal to num. We will substitute this value. I value is right now I value is 1, less than or equals to num value is 5. This condition is true. The first time the condition is true, it enter into the while loop. This is the loop. In the loop, we have the two instructions. Fact is equal to fact multiplied with I semicolon and I plus plus. These are the two instructions within the loop. For these two instructions, first it checks the condition is true, it enter into the loop in the first iteration. In this sentence, in this instruction, the fact is substituted. The fact, initially the fact is equal to 1. If you observe the values in the memory, fact is equal to 1. Now fact will be substituted. 1 is multiplied with I value 1. Now the fact is equal to 1. After executing this instruction, it executes the second instruction of the while loop. In this, the I value is incremented by 1. Now the I value is 1 plus 1. It becomes 2. I is equal to 2. It After executing these two instructions, it reaches the end of the while loop. The control transfers to beginning of the while loop. Beginning of the while loop. This is the first iteration. After first iteration, the values I and num and fact values are observed. I value is become 2, num value is 5 only, fact value is also 1 only. Here up to here iteration 1 completed. This is the iteration 1. In this iteration 1, it executed the two instructions. After executing the while loop, the variable values are I equal to 2, num equal to 5, fact equal to 1. These changes are done. This is the first iteration. In this iteration, these changes are occurred in the memory. After this iteration, the control is passed to while loop. Again, in the while loop, we reduce the text size to okay. The control is passed to while loop. In the while loop, again it checks the condition is I less than or equals to num. This is the condition. It checks the condition and it evaluates the expression. Now I value is 2 less than or equals to num. Num value is 5 only. Yes, the condition is true. It enter into the loop. In this loop, the two instructions are there. Fact is equal to fact multiplied with I and I plus plus. These are the two instructions. These are the two instructions in the while loop. Second time in the iteration 2, second iteration 2, the condition is true, it enter into the loop and it executes the while loop instructions, body of the while loop. The fact is equal to, the fact here 1, fact is equal to, it substitute the values, fact is equal to 1 multiplied with I value is now 2, is equal to 2. The fact is equal to 2 after executing this instruction. After executing this instruction, the I value is incremented by 1. Now I value is equal to, before I value is 2, 2 is incremented by 1. Now I value become 3. This is the second iteration. In the second iteration, the changes are made. I value become 3, num value is 5 only, factorial fact value is become 2. This is the second iteration. We will separate this second iteration. This is the second iteration. After executing this second iteration, the values I value is becomes 3, num value is 5, factorial is equal to 2. After executing the second iteration, the values, the variable values are like this: I equal to 3, num 5, fact is equal to 2. After executing these instructions, at the end of the while loop, the control again transfers to while loop. Now iteration 3, the condition is while I less than or equal to num. Now I value is 3. The condition is true. It enter into the loop. Within the loop, the two instructions fact is equal fact multiplied with I. These values are substituted. Now fact is equal to 2. I value is 3. Now 2 is multiplied with 3. The fact is equal to 6. After executing this expression instruction, it executes the next instruction I plus plus I value is 3. At present, this value is incremented by 1. It becomes 4. After executing this instruction, it reaches the end of the while loop. The control again transfers to beginning of the while loop. The iteration 4 started now. After this instruction, after this iteration 3, the I values are I value and num value is I value become 4, num value 5, fact is equal to 6. These changes are occurred after completing the iteration 4. Now we will see the iteration 4. The control is transferred to while loop. Iteration 4. Now while loop, it checks the condition. I value is 4. 4 less than or equal to 5. Yes, it is true. It's enter into the while loop. Within the while loop, the instruction fact is equal to fact multiplied with I. It substitutes the values fact. Now at present fact is equal to 6. I value right now 4. It is multiplied. The product of 6 and 4 is 24. It evaluated this expression. After executing this instruction, it executes the next instruction I plus plus. At present I value is 4. 4 is incremented with 1. Now I value becomes 5. After completing this iteration 4, the changes are occurred in the memory. The variable values are changed. I value is 5. Num value is 5. Fact is equal to 24. These changes are occurred in the memory. After executing these instructions, the control is transferred again to the beginning of the while loop. It checks the condition. Now the iteration 5 is started. Iteration 5. It checks the condition I less than or equal to num. It substitutes the values. I value is 5. Num value is 5. The condition is true. Then it enter into the loop. It executes the instructions of the while loop. Fact is equal to fact is multiplied with I. Right now fact is equal to 24 is multiplied with I value. I is equal to 5. 24 is multiplied with 5. We got 120. After evaluating this expression, it comes to the next instruction I plus plus. I value is incremented by 1. Right now I value is 5. It becomes 6. At the end of the while loop, the control transfer to the beginning of the while loop. After fifth iteration, the variable values are I is equal to 6. Num value is 5 only. Fact is equal to 120. Fifth iteration is completed. After completing the fifth iteration, the variable values are I equal to 6, num equal to 5, fact is equal to 120. The control transferred to the beginning of the while loop. Again, it checks the condition in the sixth iteration. The sixth iteration is started. The sixth iteration, it checks the condition I value is 6. The condition is wrong. Condition is false. False. Here the condition is fail. It is false. It exits from the loop without executing this instructions. Exit from while loop, and at the time of sixth iteration, it checks the condition. The condition is false. That's why it exits from the while loop and it executes the remaining instructions following instructions of the while loop. The following instructions of the while loop is here: printf factorial of, this is the following instruction of the while loop. Printf factorial of %d %llu num comma fact. It executes this instruction and it prints factorial of %d means it prints num 5, factorial of 5 is fact. Num value is 5 only, fact value is 120. The num value 5, here num value, this is replaced here 5, this is in the printf. After completing the while loop, num value is 5. This 5 is printed here, and factorial is equal to 120. This is 120. This factorial here 120 after completing the fifth iteration. This is the sixth iteration. This is the program to find out the factorial of a given number. This is the flow of execution of this program. The loop is a block of statements. It executes repeatedly until condition is fail. This is the beginning of, once again I will tell you, before starting the while loop, the variables I value, num value, fact, I equal to 1, num equal to 5, fact equal to 1. It checks in the first iteration, it checks the condition is true, it executes the block of statements of the while loop, body of the while loop. It made some changes to the variable, it changes the values of the variable. That values before, these are the values. After executing one time while loop, the values are these. Before executing the while loop, these are the values. After executing the while loop one time, these are the values, variable values. After executing the while loop, the control passes to the beginning of the loop. It checks the condition is true, it executed second time. After that, it checks the condition third time, it executed. Fourth time also condition is true, it executed the fourth time. Fifth time the condition is true, here also the condition is true, it executes the instructions. After executing these instructions, sixth time the condition is false. It exit from the while loop. After exiting the while loop, it executed the following instructions and it prints the output on the screen. This is the program to find out the factorial of a given number. Now we will see one more program. Program to check given number is palindrome or not. What is palindrome? A number is palindrome if the reverse of a number is equal. For example, if you entered 121, that is the number, the reverse of the number 121 is again 121 only. It is called palindrome number. To find out whether the number is palindrome or not, we must find the reverse of that number. After finding the reverse of that number, we will compare the number with reverse number. If both are equal, then we will say it is palindrome. In the last session, we discussed reverse of a number. Now, the remaining part is after finding the reverse of a number, just comparing the entered number with reverse number. If both are equal, by using the if else condition, we will check. If both are equal, we will say it is a palindrome. We will execute this program. Open the Turbo C++. Last class we did the reverse of a program. Now we will change that program to palindrome. I am opening that program to complete easily. This is the reverse of a number. Let's include main int. Okay, we will take new file. We will type very fastly. Hash include. Hash include stdio.h main int n comma digit comma reverse is equal to 0 comma temp variable for temporary purpose printf backslash n backslash t enter a number semicolon scanf percentage d to read the number comma ampersand n to store the number in n variable. Temp is equal to n. We are copying the original number in temp. If n is equal to n less than or equal less than 0, printf backslash n invalid number. Please try again. If anyone enters the negative number, then we must warn get ch. While the while loop is started, while n greater than 0, if the entered number greater than 0, we will enter into the loop digit is equal to n modulo 10. Modulo operator is used to get the remainder. Rev reverse is equal to reverse into rev into 10 plus digit semicolon n is equal to n division by 10 semicolon. This is the loop. First, in the while loop, we will calculate, evaluate the remainder. After that, we will find the reverse multiplied with 10 plus digit remainder. Again, we will take the coefficient in n value. This is the loop. It will calculate the reverse of a number. After calculating the reverse of a number, we will compare the reverse of a number with rev equals to temp. The original number is copied in the temporary variable. If it is true, we will print By using the printf function, the is palindrome. Temp. This is the else. If it is not, then we will print temp. Get ch. This is the program. We will save the program. Alt compile. Errors are there. One error is there. Function calling missing. Something is there. We did a mistake in the 22 line. Temp. We typed the parenthesis 2 times. Okay, no errors. We'll run the program. Yes, enter a number. We will enter 124. 124 is not palindrome. Yes, it is correct. We once again we will run the program. 121. 121 is palindrome. Yes, the reverse of a number 121 is again 121 only. It is a palindrome. As we said, as we discussed, the reverse of a number is equal to that number is called the palindrome. It is true. We will check again one more time. We will enter 2, 2, 5, 5, 2. Yes, it is palindrome. This is the program. Here in the while loop, by using the while loop, we are finding the reverse of a number. After finding the reverse of a number, we are comparing that reverse of a number with original number. If both are true, both are equal, then we are declaring it is a palindrome. Otherwise, we are declaring it is not a palindrome. Okay. Thank you.